Hello. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to navigate our course. So when you open Blackboard, you're going to select our course. That's the best way to actually get into the course and see how it's organized to best benefit your grades and your learning experience. Once you click our class, it'll take you to the home page. You'll see any announcements or any alerts or anything like that. In the first week of class, you're going to want to check out the Start Here. This will provide you a link to introduce yourself, so please do participate in that so we can learn a little bit about who everyone is, what their major is, where they work, how many years they've been with Mercy. Near the end of your time here, you're at the beginning of your time here. And did you transfer from another class? Just a little bio about yourself, and feel free to add a picture. We don't get to see each other as often as you do in a face-to-face class, so it's kind of nice to put a face with a name, and that's totally up to you. And also, I posted a little video about myself, so you can learn a little bit about myself, and I have a pet turtle. And also we have some resources. So if you're new to online, check out the orientation, some student resources, and a link to the college library, which will be your best friend throughout this course. After you've reviewed all the Welcome Start Here, we have the syllabus, which you can view online or download. I've also provided a quick link with some information. The best way to get a hold of me is through email, through my mercy.edu account. I do not have an office on campus, but through Blackboard Collaborate, which is located here, we use office hours and meetings. We can see each other face to face. So I'll have office hours on Mondays 5 to 6. If you need to chat or talk about an assignment, drop in. Also, I'll have tutoring sessions called grit sessions throughout the semester in case people want to ask questions about big projects that are coming up. But also, if you want a one-on-one meeting about your progress in the class, or just want to brainstorm, I'd be glad to set up a meeting. So just email me, give me a couple of times that you'd be available, and we can arrange something. Let's see, student resources. This tab has some information that you probably will refer back to regularly. So I've kind of just put it all on one page. We have MLA resources. This is a very research intensive course. So you will be using MLA citations and formatting just because that is has elements of credibility and also professionalism in academic writing. It prevents plagiarism, so make sure that you're using MLA throughout the course. And we'll have some, for those of you who have not used MLA or are a little rusty on it, we'll have some tutorials and some information to kind of practice a little bit. But we have the Purdue OWL, the infamous OWL, the video playlist on MLA. I have some citation makers because citations can be tedious, and I want you guys to focus on the critical thinking. So here's some citation makers that can help you with your full citations. Once we get going, projects that only have hyperlinks, that's going to count against you. So make sure you're using these citation makers. And don't forget, if you get the stuff from the library, those databases will give you the citation. I'm also giving you 2 templates if you're a Google person like I am, or Word. We all love Google, but unfortunately it doesn't work that great with Blackboard. So you will have to convert the document. I've added a video there. It takes 2 seconds. And even if you don't have Word on your computer, you can still download the document and upload it. You just can't access it or correct anything. 2 of the bigger assignments are our projects and our discussion boards. We don't have discussion boards every single week, but we do have them a lot throughout the course. So I have rubrics. So if you can click and refer back to here, so you know how you're being graded, what I am looking for in each of these projects. Each assignment does have these linked to them individually, but if just for your reference, they're here. Here is a link to the grading information. So how much projects are due, how much of your grade is going towards discussion boards, quizzes, things like that. Also, I have a quick link here to show you how to check your grades. If you haven't taken an online course, it's very important for you to check My Grades. It's always available here. So after every class, or after every assignment has been graded, you want to check that to see where you're standing with a class. And also, if you need an assignment sheet for any of our projects, they're located here. And our course learning objectives, the main things that we cover in this course are oral and written communications, reading fluency, which is not just reading words on a page, but understanding them, getting meaning from them, figuring out what to do with them, information literacy, effectively using research, and of course, critical thinking. Let's see. Oh, and qualitative information. So we're going to be playing with statistics and information as well, and data. Student resources. And then we have the announcements tool. So I will be sending out reminders about, new information is posted, or you guys did great on a project, or I just graded stuff. They'll be listed here. I'll also be emailing them throughout the semester. This course material link, it's in bold for a reason. It is the most important link in this entire menu because this is our classroom. So the class is broken up into units that cover several large projects throughout the semester. So each week on a Monday, you'll be given a new lesson, and we run from Monday to Sunday, with the majority of our deadlines being on Sunday night. You'll see that we have part 1, part 2, part 3 in the same icon. So this kind of is a visual reminder of that all the assignments and skills kind of go together within these units. And you'll see here we have another one and another one. So it's kind of about 4 big projects throughout the semester with smaller assignments that help us build those skills, practice those skills, and then we can bring it all together in those big projects. So I'm just going to show you quickly how one of the units will run. The way I look at an online class is I'm trying to present it as close as I can to a face-to-face class, which some people are more familiar with. So what I'll do is your instructor would usually tell you at the beginning of the week what you're going to go over. So you click the overview to see what are the expectations, what are the assignments, when are the due dates, things like that. So this is kind of the summary for the entire week. And usually classes are 2 days a week. So we have our one class and our second class. I've organized these in lessons. So we're tackling a subject. And within that subject will be a variety of materials, videos, podcasts, small quizzes or discussion boards. So when you see this icon, that means there's a quiz attached to it. And you'll look at the syllabus and you'll say, oh my goodness, she's giving us all these quizzes. These little guys are mainly 5 to 10 question tops. They're all multiple choice or true or false, and they're directly from the reading that's attached to them. So this gives you a quick guide. It's basically just to reinforce your reading fluency of a subject. So you do have 3 times to take the quiz. It's basically just to practice and reinforce the skills in that lesson. Okay, so let's go back. You have your additional ones. So like I said, the class, think about a face-to-face class. They're usually 2 days a week. You've got your Monday lesson, your Wednesday lesson, and then your homework right afterwards. So that's kind of how we're organizing things. In week 2, we'll start with our course textbook, Grit, and you'll be having short quizzes on that as well on a weekly basis. Once again, they're short. There are a lot of them, but they are short. They'll only be about 5 questions about the chapters assigned for that week. All right, so that's our course material. One thing I'll tell you is a lot of students are going in through the calendar or notifications. Make sure that you're looking at the full lesson. When you do those items, you're kind of just skipping to just the assignment that's due, where there's other material that can help reinforce your learning, and also the course objectives, making sure that you're learning those as well. One thing I also noticed is the app is super handy if you haven't downloaded the Blackboard student app. It can be very handy, but what I will say is the top item on that list is what's due. So it only, once again, is leading you to the assignment itself. So you may look at the assignment and say, I don't know how to do this. Well, everything's in course content. So if you are using the app, make sure that you are entering the classroom, so to speak, just as you would if you were on a desktop. So course content would be the place to go if you're using the app to get the full lesson. Okay, so... And once again, each week, one of these will pop up on a Monday. You have Monday to Sunday outside of our first week and our last week. And then this will have a little summary of what we'll be covering that week. So I'll go through a couple other tools. Course messages are real handy. So you're going through the lesson. You just want to quickly send me a message. Messages are not attached to emails, so I have to be logged on to the course to see it. So if you need something quickly, email's always best. If you're using this, give me about 24 hours to respond. So I log on to the class daily, but it may take a little bit longer than email since that goes straight to my mobile device. So office hours and meetings. If you do want to attend a Grit session, you want to do a one-on-one meeting, we're going to use Blackboard Collaborate. You would click Join Room, and then you and I would be able to chat. You can use a webcam and we can see each other. We can just use the microphones on our devices, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a Chromebook or a laptop or desktop. You can even just chat. But this is the way that we can talk to each other and talk about projects, grades, anything you'd like. Lastly, Digication ePortfolio is a tool that we'll be using at the end of the semester. If you haven't used this already, we'll be setting one up. You will be submitting your final project and building a portfolio for this semester. This will come towards the end, but it is very important. And if you want to set it up early, if you already have one, go right ahead. Here's a couple additional sources that you might need. That library, your best friend, and also helpful links for Blackboard. If you get confused with anything within Blackboard, you can come to me always. You can go to tech support, but also if you just go to YouTube or Blackboard, they have a lot of help resources, how to submit assignments, how to do discussion boards. That can solve your question really easy. So don't be afraid to reach out and check those links out. So even you just go to YouTube and write Blackboard, how to submit an assignment. It'll give you a video on how to do that. And once again, my grades, probably the second most important link here, because we always want to keep our grades up. So that is the basics of our navigation. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions now or throughout the semester, shoot me an email. I do not want you to struggle with where to find stuff. We try to put a lot of thought into how we design courses to make them easy and accessible for students. But if you have any questions, don't struggle with that. Shoot me an email. I'll be glad to send you some arrows or even a video. All right. Thank you.